Hey, Fins fans. What's up, my fellow Miami Dolphins diehards? It's your passionate Dolphins supporter here, buzzing with excitement because tomorrow we're making history in Madrid, Spain. Can you believe it? Our beloved Dolphins are taking on the Washington Commanders at the iconic Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, and this is the first ever NFL regular season game on Spanish soil. Picture this. The roar of over 83,000 fans echoing through one of the world's most legendary venues, blending American football with Spanish flair. As a huge Dolphins fan, I'm pumped to dive into all the juicy details behind this epic matchup. From cultural connections to behind-the-scenes drama, we've got a story that's got more twists than a Tua Tagovailoa spiral. Stick with me as we break it down step by step, building up to why this could be a turning point for our team. Who's ready to feel that international Fins energy? Let's jump in and talk Miami Dolphins news like the true fans we are. This game is part of the NFL's International Series, aimed at growing the sport worldwide, and it's the latest in a lineup that's already hit Sao Paulo, Dublin, London, and Berlin this season, with NFL owners voting to expand these overseas games starting in 2025. We're looking at up to 10 next year. Talk about global domination. For us Dolphins fans, this Madrid clash is the grand finale outside the US this year. Imagine our team, the Miami Dolphins, stepping onto that massive 83,186 capacity field as the home team. It's a strategic move to boost our brand in Europe, especially with Spanish-speaking fans. What do you think? Will this spark a Dolphins frenzy across the pond? We've got to appreciate how this fits into the bigger picture of Miami Dolphins news. It's not just a game. It's a bridge to new supporters. Hang tight as we explore why Madrid was the perfect choice. Why Spain, you ask? Well, for the NFL, it's all about expanding horizons. But for our Dolphins, it's about tapping into those deep cultural and linguistic ties between Miami and Madrid. With Spanish being the second most spoken language worldwide, over 500 million native speakers, and 66% of Miami-Dade residents speaking it at home, this feels like a homecoming abroad. Our franchise sees this as a golden chance to connect with fans who share our vibrant heritage. Felipe Formiga, our VP of International Development, called it a fantastic opportunity to grow the sport in a city so similar to Miami. As a fan, I'm loving how this strengthens our global Dolphins family. Think about it. Blending Miami's sunny vibes with Madrid's historic charm. How cool is that for Miami Dolphins news? Let's keep the suspense going. What's the economic angle here? Madrid's expecting a massive economic boost from this game, with estimates starting at 16 million euros and hopes to top the 70 million euros from last year's Germany matchup. Spanish media like Tu Playbook is hyping it up, and as Dolphins fans, we know our team's presence brings that star power. It's not just football. It's a cultural event pumping money into the city. For us, it's about more than dollars. It's showcasing our Dolphins' pride on an international stage. Imagine the buzz in the streets of Madrid right now. What impact do you think this will have on growing our fan base? This ties perfectly into the latest Miami Dolphins news, proving our team's savvy in global outreach. But wait, there's more to unpack about our fan club's role. Our European fan clubs, especially Dolphin Club España, are front and center for this game, making it easier for supporters to catch us live without crossing the Atlantic. Formiga mentioned how this brings the action closer to home for them, and fans from Miami and the US are jetting over too. As a passionate fan, I'm jealous of anyone soaking up that atmosphere. It's a massive turnout expected, blending die-hard Dolphins loyalists from all corners. How many of you wish you were there waving those aqua and orange flags? This is prime Miami Dolphins news material. The excitement builds as we think about the cultural fusion. American grit meets Spanish passion. Let's dive deeper into that blend. This game is all about blending cultures, bringing American football to Spaniards while introducing Dolphins fans to incredible Spanish traditions. Formiga nailed it. It's a chance to mix worlds in the most epic way. As fans, we're not just watching a game, we're part of a global party. Picture Dolphins tailgates with tapas and flamenco vibes. Sounds unreal, right? What cultural mashup are you most excited for in this Miami Dolphins news story? Suspense is high as we shift to the hosts, Why did Real Madrid jump at this opportunity? Real Madrid was eager from the start to host an NFL game, teaming up with local government to seal the deal. They get paid for stadium rental, a cut of tickets, plus boosts from shop sales and tours. But sources say the real win is flaunting their revamped Bernabéu to the world, proving it's event-ready for anything. As Dolphins fans, we appreciate a venue that matches our team's prestige. How does it feel knowing our boys are playing in soccer royalty's house? This adds layers to our Miami Dolphins news. The story thickens with the stadium's iconic status. Let's explore that history next. The Bernabéu is a temple of sport, the only stadium to host finals of the World Cup, Champions League, Euros, and Copa Libertadores since 1947. The scene cycling, basketball, boxing, and more, and now it's our Dolphins' turn. With a €1.6 billion renovation, it boasts a retractable roof, pitch, and tons of commercial space. This upgrade keeps Real Madrid competitive against big-money rivals, generating revenue year-round. For us fans, it's thrilling to think of our Miami Dolphins news unfolding in such a legendary spot. But hold on, what about the halftime entertainment that's got extra buzz? The halftime show features Bizarrap and Daddy Yankee, adding that Latin flair to our game. It's significant amid Madrid's noise regulation battles after concerts like Taylor Swift's. The club did soundproofing, and a ruling's coming soon on future events. As Dolphins enthusiasts, this show amps up the international appeal. What songs do you hope they drop? This is juicy Miami Dolphins news. Challenges arose in prepping the stadium. Let's break those down. The pitch needed tweaks for NFL traction and size, extending from 105 by 68 meters to 109.7 by 48.8 meters. No sweat thanks to removable seats. Locker rooms were expanded into VIP areas to fit our massive 53-man roster and staff, double soccer size. NFL's Peter O'Reilly praised Real Madrid's partnership. It's fascinating how they overcame these for our Dolphins. Any thoughts on the logistics, fans? This behind-the-scenes Miami Dolphins news keeps us hooked. Now, an intriguing twist. Our team's based at rivals Atletico Madrid. The Dolphins are training at Atletico's stadium, thanks to shared ownership ties via Aries management and connections like Fernando Torres guesting at our draft. Owner Stephen Ross's Relevant Sports pushed for a La Liga game in Miami, but Madrid opposed it, leading to cancellation. Sources downplay tensions, but with future Spain games, Atletico could host next. As fans, this rivalry spice excites us. What do you make of it in Miami Dolphins news? Local buzz is electric. Let's hear about the reaction in Madrid. Tickets sold out day one, per Madrid sports director Sonia Saya Quintana, showing massive excitement. Local American football fans, like Madrid Bravos players Yago Rivero and Pablo Araya, see it as a growth booster, inspiring kids via scholarships and academies. Former Dolphin Reed Sinnott, now in Europe, notes the pure love for the game here versus the job-like NFL vibe. It's heartwarming for our Miami Dolphins news. How can we support this grassroots movement? Washington fans are traveling too, like those from the 2016 London game. The global fan energy is palpable. As we build to kickoff, both teams sit at 3-7, making this a must-win for playoff hopes. Our Devon chain is on fire with 1,105 yards and 9 TDs, including 174 rushing last week. Commanders must stop him. On defense, we've limited rushes lately, allowing under 100 yards in 2 of 3 recent games. The game kicks at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on NFL Network and CBS Miami. Tune in. What are your predictions, Fins faithful? This Miami Dolphins news has me fired up. Finally, let's wrap with that passionate Dolphins spirit. Who's got the edge tomorrow? Share in the comments below. Hey, if this got your blood pumping like it did mine, smash that like button. Drop your thoughts on the game in the comments. What's your score prediction? Don't forget to subscribe for more Miami Dolphins news and updates, and share this with your fellow Fins fans. Fins up, let's make history in Madrid. NFL at Real Madrid. Key questions around Miami Dolphins' home game in Spain. Real Madrid's Santiago Bernabéu Stadium will host its first NFL game on Sunday, with the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders to meet in the Spanish capital. It is the latest in the NFL's international series of overseas fixtures, designed to increase the sport's appeal abroad. NFL owners voted in December 2024 to expand the number of these games each year, starting in 2025, and there could be up to 10 in 2026. This year, 6 matches have already taken place in Sao Paulo, Dublin, London, which hosted 3 games, and Berlin. The Dolphins Commanders meeting at the 83,186 capacity Bernabéu will be the last held outside of the United States this season. Why Spain? How do the locals feel about it? And what's in it for soccer giants Real Madrid? Allow the Athletic to explain. Why Madrid? For the NFL, this is another step towards growing the game internationally. For the Dolphins, it is a strategic opportunity to strengthen their presence in Europe and connect with Spanish-speaking fans, leveraging the city's cultural and linguistic ties to Miami. Spanish, which has around 500 million native speakers worldwide, is the second most spoken first language in the world after Mandarin Chinese. In Miami-Dade County, 66% of residents reported speaking Spanish at home, according to the latest official data. Why did Real Madrid want the game? Since the NFL began exploring the possibility of playing in Spain, Real Madrid were very keen to host, and they worked closely with the local city hall and regional government to make it happen. The club get paid for renting their stadium to the NFL and also get a small share of ticket sales. Expect significant extra revenue from the club shop and stadium tours, too. But sources at Madrid, speaking anonymously as they did not have permission to comment, said the major benefit was showcasing the recently redeveloped Bernabéu to the world, proving it can host any global event. It is among world soccer's most famous and iconic stadiums, the only ground to have hosted the final of a World Cup, Champions League, European Championship, and Copa Libertadores. Since its construction in 1947, it has regularly hosted other sports, including cycling, basketball, boxing, baseball, and athletics. Madrid are engaged in a legal battle with residents after noise regulations were allegedly broken during concerts, including by Taylor Swift and Karol G, held at the Bernabéu last year. The club has since undertaken soundproofing work at the stadium, and a judge is expected to rule soon on whether further concerts can be held there. Have there been any complications? The NFL's field director Nick Pappas told AP last month that changes would have to be made to the Bernabéu pitch, as the needs of the surface drastically increase when compared to soccer, in terms of traction and stabilization. An intriguing element of the NFL's visit to Spain is that the Dolphins have been based at the home of Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid's biggest rivals in the Spanish capital. The Dolphins have a close relationship with the Atletico hierarchy, especially since U.S. financial giant Ares Management has a shareholding in both teams. Atletico legend Fernando Torres, now the club's reserve team manager, guest featured for the Dolphins during last year's draft. Advertisement. Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross also owns Relevant Sports, the company heavily involved in La Liga's plan for Barcelona and Villarreal to play a domestic Spanish fixture at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium this December. Madrid strongly opposed that idea, and multiple sources told The Athletic that the Bernabéu outfit's official complaint to the Spanish government played a big part in Relevant, and La Liga dramatically canceling the plan last month. Yago Rivero, defensive end for the Madrid Bravos, explains to The Athletic that American football in Spain has semi-professional and professional paths, and that many young people like him are motivated from a very early age to perhaps one day reach the NFL through scholarships and academies such as the one established in the United Kingdom at Loughborough University. Rivero's Madrid Bravos teammate Pablo Araya adds, "It is very interesting that they have done it in the Bernabéu, because it is known across the whole world. A stadium so symbolic, hosting an American football game, it gives it that extra importance. It can inspire many boys and girls to try the sport." In Madrid's emblematic Plaza España, former Dolphins quarterback Reed Sinnett, now also with the Madrid Bravos and recently named the European League's MVP, has been part of the week's festivities, conducting throwing classes for those interested in trying the game. Teta Bella, who also attended the 27-27 tie between the Commanders and the Cincinnati Bengals at Wembley in London in 2016, said, "I understand that not everyone can afford to travel, but we also knew about this game a lot earlier, so it gave people a chance to set aside money and see if they could do it." NFL Week 11 projected scores. Model point spreads and totals for every game. Titans CBL, Jarius Sneed indicted for failing to report felony in alleged shooting.